Well, the most life-changing was to come across a 9-year-old kid in the street. You can't leave a 9-year-old kid in the street. He grew up in a family, the parents were both alcoholics, they were out in the pub every night. They didn't pay the SB bill, so the place was in darkness. There was no fridge, there was no cooker. The kids grew up on bread and jam and milk, whenever there was any. When the parents would be out in the pub every night, they'd come back at 1 o'clock in the morning, and about 3 nights a week they'd have an almighty row. They'd be fighting and shouting and screaming at one another, and that row might go on for 2 hours. So this young 9-year-old kid said, right, once it's dark, I'm out of here. And I'm not coming back till I know my parents are fast asleep in bed and all the fighting's over. That meant staying out till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and more often than not staying out all night. One of the places he used to sleep was on the buses. You know, his bus garage opposite his house, climb over the wall into the bus, you know the big long seat of the bus, right, a great sleep. Said to one homeless kid, I said, where did you sleep last night? And he said, I slept in the buses. I said, oh, that was great, you must have had a great sleep. I did, he said. I woke up this morning, I was halfway to go away. That's a risk to take. But anyway, he used to sleep on the buses. And it was a freezing cold night, and remember, he's only 9 years of age. He lit a little fire to keep himself warm inside the bus. And 3 buses went up in flames. So you couldn't leave that. So that was the biggest life-changing. And then we got a house together, and we opened it for 6 kids like him, and then everything just took off after that. What was the most, what was the second question I asked?
The most challenging life.
Challenging. The drugs is the most challenging. The drugs has changed everything. You know, young people today are not just homeless. Most of them are, but 80% of our time would be spent with homeless young people who have a drug problem. They're the ones who need the supports and need the help. The fellow who's lost his apartment because he can't pay the rent, well, it's relatively easy. You try and get him another apartment and then off he goes. The drugs has changed everything. And the drugs keep getting worse and worse and worse. I mean, it started with heroin. Heroin is on the way out in Dublin. Everybody knows it's the most drug, including those who are taking. We come across very few new young people who are using heroin. They've all moved on to other drugs. Now in Limerick and Cork and other towns, heroin is still on the way up because it's relatively new, 5 or 6 years since heroin really began to make inroads. But heroin eventually will disappear. But we will then be wishing we had a heroin problem, because the new drugs on the block are crack cocaine came on. Crack cocaine makes people very violent, aggressive. It's very expensive if you have an addiction to it. Crack cocaine, crystal meth is the latest drug on the block. It's even worse than crack cocaine. And of course then you have the headshot drugs and the tablets. And what's happening now is that young people are taking a whole cocktail of drugs. They're taking 5 or 6 different drugs, all on the same day. And you can't come off 5 or 6 drugs. So we had a residential drug detox centre. It was primarily for people coming off heroin or methadone. We've opened it up now to people coming off weed. Weed is a disaster. I mean, I know everybody smokes the stuff because they think the weed is the same as hash. I don't know if you know the difference, but they're both cannabis, but they're totally different animals. There's 2 chemicals in cannabis. There's THC, which gives you the buzz, and there's another chemical in cannabis which reduces the mental health damage which cannabis can cause you. In hash, the THC is high and a buzz, and the chemical which reduces the mental health damage is high. So it doesn't usually cause much mental health. But the weed, THC is much higher, get a much better buzz, which is why everybody wants it. But the chemical that reduces the mental health damage is extremely low or non-existent. And weed is causing huge mental health problems of psychosis, paranoia, and we have opened our detox centre now to people trying to come off the weed because it's so difficult to come off and it's causing so many problems. But because people are using multiple drugs, we also have opened a day program. It's called a drug stabilization program. where people go in on 5 or 6 drugs and hopefully come out the other end on only 1 or 2 drugs. So it's not for coming off drugs, it's to try and get control of your drug habit, so that you then have the choice of deciding whether to go on and come off drugs or not. So drugs have changed everything. That is by far, I'd say, the most challenging thing that we face in our work, is trying to, and the drug services are so pathetic. You know, there's long waiting lists in Dublin. In many parts of the country, there's no services at all. So the lack of particularly detox facilities, the lack of aftercare facilities for those who have come off drugs is really one of the most depressing things, one of the most despairing things I come across. Every day I have people coming into me who say, I've just come off drugs, I've come out of treatment, and I'm homeless. Where am I going to live? And I say, you're going to be placed in a homeless dormitory full of drug users. And they've actually wasted their time coming off drugs, because there is no aftercare, there is no drug-free, there are very little drug-free accommodation available to somebody who has come off drugs. So that's very frustrating and very depressing for somebody who has made the effort, maybe spent 6 months in treatment, made a huge effort to come off drugs, because it is hugely difficult to come off drugs. And then they're thrown right back into the lion's den in emergency accommodation for the drugs. It's immoral, even if it's legal.